Hey everybody, it's Redfirefly, and I'm going to be going over some of our 3v3 League games. This is actually team games. On my team, these are our placement games, which includes me, DizzyG, AngryAsian. Our first game, I am Zerg, and then we have DizzyG being Terran, and we have AngryAsian being Protoss. Our opponents are the same thing as I believe, which includes TetaSangrion being Toss, Blaker being Terran, and XKurixuX, whatever, being Zerg. I believe the first 5 games we won 3, we lost 2, so it's every other one that we won. And I actually don't remember how each one of these games go. So this is going to be a surprise for both of us. I'm going to speed up this game and we are going to watch production. Production is actually the thing that I always look for whenever I do a replay. That and resources. So it's pretty new to me. So as you can see here, I am probably going... looking at it, I'm most likely going mutas, taking a look at my build, and you can see here that they're scouting me pretty well. My ally noted that they are doing an early spawning pool. Usually actually that's not an early spawning pool, that is an early evolution chamber. Dumb me. Early evolution chamber, I don't even know what's the purpose of that versus the fact that you can build there was no purpose to that. That actually doesn't benefit them at all. I don't see the purpose of them doing that at all. AngryAsian here does his typical build where he walls off. He puts a zealot right here to take down any rushes that he might find. And he's doing a dual gateway. It's quite common of his Terran build. And then over here we have DizzyG going mass marines. And he does a really good job of walling off and building mass marines. You ever watch DizzyG's games? He typically builds not just at the wall, but further down so that he can expand too. So he's considering it for the future. You can see our opponent here has already started doing his expansion, and I still do not see the purpose of that evolution chamber. That was probably a waste of a good 150 minerals. Then up here, they have anti-air going up, so there's a missile turret. And you can see here that they can scan. That's a good thing. Up at the base, he has 3 barracks going on, so he can mass his army. And then our Protoss player opponent here, he has 5 gateways. That's quite impressive. 5 gateways, and he's mining at a good speed. That's pretty good. I already got some mutas going out, as you can see here. Not that many yet, though. I'm vaguely remembering this game that I start off going mutas, seeing the units that are here. I'm not able to attack our Terran opponent that well with the air that I have, so I eventually go mass banelings and mass zerglings. And right here, you always got to be careful of DizzyG. He does a very good job of building himself a defense. And majority of times, if you ever watch the game, he usually plays the defense, defensive line, and then he plays offense after a while. And then AngryAsian here is working his way around. Let's take a look here. Right now, DizzyG is getting ready to do his first attack, and I am working on my expansion and going to assist with an attack. As you can see that I already have some mutas heading out the same way that he's going, which is awesome, and upgrading. You can see that our opponent, Zerg, is actually getting anti-air. Corruptors are very good anti-air for Zerg. I will always commend for that because they are very good anti-air. The same thing goes with anything else here. He does have his spore crawlers. Now that is a good thing for evolution chamber, is to build those spore crawlers, but I'm still not seeing the benefit of him building it that early in the game. And you can see the spore crawlers are taking out my mutas, which is awesome, and my mutas will be gone because spore crawlers and corruptors do not play well with me. His ally all the way up here tries to send help, but it is a little late. It doesn't really slow them down much. It just annoys them a little bit, which is fine. Checking out resources to see how everything is going. Purple is capped. I do not know why Purple is allowing himself to be capped. You should never let yourself be capped unless it's at 200. The reason for it is because of the fact that you need to expand. And what if you get attacked? One thing that I like to do, and a lot of people should start doing, and I know a lot of people do, is take out overlords, take out pylons, take out supply depots. Why? Because you actually slow down your opponent at the fullest speed. Because if they can't build any units because of that, that slows them down and cripples them down quite a bit. And that's why you'd never want to put yourself at a spot where that will do it. Like building a bunch right here of supply depots can be quite at a disadvantage for you. And of course, I always probably mass my overlords, pylons, and supply depots if you ever get the chance to see me play Terran in one of these videos. My ally right over here, DizG, is starting his expansion. He usually is a late expander between the three of us. AngryAsian is the second in expansion, and I am the first. Really great props for TetaSangrion because he has an observer over here, so he can see what AngryAsian is doing. And that's something that I always feel like I need to tell AngryAsian sometimes, is he needs to work on building anti-observers, anti-air. And it's true that, you know, his army build is pretty good for that, but it isn't always the best. You can see here I hide my my drone up here so that it doesn't get killed during this attack. And my allies take these out. And while they're doing that, I'm like, I'm not going to help you guys. Instead, I'm going to move for the opportunity. And the opportunity for me is to take out the Protoss, because he has no anti-air defense going on here. And it will take them a while to come and protect him. The Corruptors can come, the air can come, but everything else, which is majority of this army right here, can't. And even so that they do come, they have to file almost not a single line, but slowly into here to get through. So one of the reasons I I forgot I built Corruptors. One of the reasons I really like being air, especially mutas, is because they move fast. And so you can zoom in and zoom out really quickly, kill things. You can see here that I am low on gas, so that totally doesn't play in my favor at all. And I've already built my evolution chamber because I am scared of the air that they have, which includes the void rays and everything else. So they have a good size army here. Immortals, very good against tanks, against a lot of different units that they have going on. They do have expansions going on, so they have about the same amount of expansions as I do. You can see here that I'm not satisfied. I need more gas, so I'm starting to expand again. They set themselves right here to protect Blaker's expansion. Excellent job. And AngryAsian starts his third expansion. So we're doing a really good job. Now you can see what I'm doing right here. The amount of minerals I have is a no-no. A no-no. I should be spreading that out with my allies. I should not have that many at this point in the game. I should continually build. Typically it's not too bad, but when you go later in the game, you can have that many minerals, but you want to utilize all your minerals to the full extent. You can see from my build here, I'm starting to go more Zerglings and obviously more Baelings, and I do have air going on here. Now, I'm very grateful to DizG for building his army right here. They aren't upgraded. Well, they're slightly upgraded. Marines are slightly upgraded. So he can do quite a bit of damage, especially if he can see up here, which I'm pretty sure he can't. So that goes against him. But when he does do it, he does a good attack, takes out quite a bit. Now, our opponent here is building Corruptors, he's building Roaches. He's keeping all his Overlords here, which is not a safe idea. Just because if you keep all your Overlords in one place, that makes it easier for me to get you capped. you want to continue building, something that we should all work on. And right here, he attacks. He comes at me with a bunch of corruptors, which, cool. I mean, corruptors are nice, but the thing about corruptors is they can only attack air. So that doesn't do much for him at all. Now, oranges right here can actually take out my third base. I don't know what his hesitation is at this point. Oh, that is why right there. So if you take a look right here, as I had mentioned before, take out the pylons, take out the overlords, take out the supply depot, and what do you get? You're self-capped. You can't build any more army, and that is actually going to cripple you. So even right here, as each one of his Void Rays are being taken out by Dizzy, it's not doing anything for him. And all these corruptors, they scare the hell out of my mutas. They're not going to do much for any of the land units because they can't attack land. And right here you can see that I send in a bunch of Zerglings and, of course, Baelings, which is actually something I'm starting to use more ever since I played a game against Dizzy. Dizzy was actually surprised I used Baelings because I rarely ever use Baelings. So they do a decent amount of damage, and one thing I really like about Terran is that if you attack their bases to a certain point, it starts going down, as you see here. His orbital command center is going down, down, down. He needs something to go and repair it, or else it is going to explode on its own. So let's see if he sends that, how long it takes him to send somebody to repair it. He needs to send it soon. If he doesn't send it soon, it's going to explode. Something to always keep in mind. So as you can see here, he's sending some of his SCVs to go and repair it. But if he's not fast enough, it is going to explode and die. So it is a time kind of manner thing. You can see here that I don't have the most minerals. The most minerals actually goes to the other Zerg player, and he has the most minerals and the most gas too. Quite impressive. Orange also has a lot of minerals and gas, and they get to it in time to save the orbital command center. Oh, so sad. So right here you can see that they're starting to group up near red space, which is AngryAsian, but I don't think they could take out his lovely army that he has going on right here. He is having a hard time with minerals though. I wish that he would have sent out a request for it and said something over vent or something, but he didn't. And that made it a bit difficult because I would have sent it to him. So we go back to production and see what's going on here. As you can see that my team is consistently building. Minus AngryAsian is building slowly. Orange is having a hard time here. And that's mostly because of the fact that he doesn't have much to do. If I was him and I wanted to survive this, there's nothing I could do. I could try to escape and go somewhere where they can't see me and try to survive this, but there isn't anything he can do at this point because he's pretty much trying to survive and barely surviving against Dizzy. This is me and my lovely Zergling rush. I believe I have some Baelings in here. Yes, I do. And I'm sending them straight for Zerg because honestly in this game I will call Zerg their MVP player. The reason I say that is because of the fact that he mines the best in this game and also he causes the most damage in the game. Granted that they still lose the game, they do a really, really good job of standing on and holding on and deflecting majority of our attacks. He starts attacking with the Broodlords, which actually scares AngryAsian because he wasn't sure how to deal with it. Good thing about Broodlords is that they attack land very, very well at a far distance. It's like they spit really, really far. And that's a good way to use them to attack cannons, to attack missile turrets, things, which is great. So they are scary, and they do scare AngryAsian a little bit, because I remember him saying, "What the hell are those?" over vent. And that's when I come and I send my anti-air, which is actually my air units, which is all these mutas. The mutas can't do anything against the corruptors, which I forgot where he hid them all. But, oh, there's a few of them. Yeah, quite a few of them. So Yellow's doing a really good job of making a last stand, and that's what makes him the MVP of this game, because he holds the last stand very well. And I mean, if it wasn't for a few factors, he might have actually lasted this game out. He wouldn't have been able to expand. He would not have been able to expand. He's trying. He's trying his best to take out all of our units, all of our things. The thing about anything like Broodlords, you gotta remember to attack the Broodlord, or else if you let your units attack randomly, they will attack the little things that they shoot out, which are the Broodlings. Okay? And it's just like carriers, and what else? Carriers and whatever the Terran have. You want to attack the thing that is actually causing the things to come out. So, the thing about Dizzy, he's very good at kiting, he's very good at harassing at the fullest extent, and right now he has no anti-air, but he does a good amount of damage to them. We are continuing this game, and I'm expanding again for my next base. I decided I needed a 4th base. Let's see why. I'm always a big expander. I'm just expanding because I want to. You look at my minerals and everything, I am doing quite well. AngryAsian's having a hard time keeping minerals up there, but his gas is very, very high. Dizzy, same thing. Blaker here, he's surviving, but his buildings for the most part he's having a hard time with them. He can't do much because of the fact that every time he tries to expand, it's game over. He can't expand. And I decided to attack with 2 things. I attack with air and I attack with ground units at the same time. Also attacking with my ally, Dizzy here. Just because of the fact that the last stand is awesome, but it's only awesome when your opponent attacks you full-fledged, because then we can see you. And I give him great props for being there for so long and being able to hang on for however long he hung on. And as you can see here, Blaker's Orbital Command Center is about to explode. We're not going to watch that explode. So my air units are doing damage to the full extent. And as you know, as the game goes, it's until the last structure has been destroyed. So we're working very hard on destroying structures at the fastest we can. At the same time, we are building units. One thing, as I always tell every single game, never assume the game is over until the game is over. So consistently build units, consistently build things. As you see here, I am not doing what I am advising you. Actually, I am. There I go. I'm building more Zerglings as we speak. Oh, game is over. So that is the first game of our placement matches. We will post the second video in a bit too, so feel free to comment and add us. So this is Redfirefly with NewbCast Gaming.